Oh, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Tonight, many fun things to happen, but before we get into those fun things, a few announcements. Programming announcement number one: tomorrow night Sprout stream. Will, Matt, Sarah, TJ, something goes on. Maybe more POD to get Matt able to have it on high. Who knows? Then, on Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Yeehaws and yippee-ki-yays all around. Next arc has started and things are getting crazy.
We got a hit
Thursday,
list.
we're off, but Friday we have the Astral Calling, and oh no, they're facing off with one of the big bads of the campaign. Uh oh, they did
Bad
switch.
crazy work that the lady who was actively trying to unspool the universe wasn't the big bad. I have to respect it.
I feel like I have actually. Oh
I
wait,
thought she was irredeemable. I
Without
won't lie.
without going into specifics,
Mhm.
it's the end of Castlevania on Netflix. The whole season, like, oh, turns out there was a character who we all thought was missing has been here for quite a while, and they're the
Watch
bad
that.
guy. It's
Mm,
oh well, I think you would love the sort of like
it's really good.
not last minute twist, but just like, oh, you're actually here. Oh no.
Oh,
I
no,
have
you're
mixed
here.
feelings about the way that was introduced. I do feel like the series kind of peaked at the end of the second season, and after that they were like, oh no,
When they
we got
actually
renewed for 2 more seasons.
You mean when they actually killed Dracula? Spoilers.
Mm.
But it's hardly spoilers killing Dracula in Castlevania. The whole series, historically, is about him just not staying dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
But
No.
that moment was that the ending of that one was just so like emotionally cathartic and satisfying that whatever the follow-up was,
Yeah.
it tied up so many story arcs in such a smooth little bow. But I wasn't mad because we got to see more of the lesbian vampires, and that's really what I was watching for in
and
the first place.
now we'll have even more lesbians in the Astral Calling.
Mhm.
Well,
I like
actually,
gay vampires too, personally, but
technically, if y'all get Charlottethon back, Charlottethon's bi. But yeah. Anyway.
Oh, so Saldana, the genocidal one, was the lesbian
I mean, it's
during Pride Month? Fuck you.
adding to the count. Hold on, hold
Adding
on.
to the count.
I see how it is.
Adds to the count.
It does
the
count.
mean one's the lesbian. I
No,
get
they're
it.
not.
Fuck you.
Hey, it's important that we acknowledge the fact that lesbians aren't all just the same. There are many kinds of lesbians. Some are potentially evil, some are not. To deny them is to deny them being fully multifaceted individuals.
I feel like there's
I
supposed
feel like
to be
you're
a
not
joke
talking.
here.
I feel like you don't know the stereotypes that I'm talking about.
Probably not.
No.
No. Then on Saturday, Tabletop Bros, Inkbound. Oh my god, the Inkbound community likes us. They were so helpful.
Oh?
We had a whole bunch of people who were like, "Oh yeah, we saw a group of 4 people in the lobby, and so we thought, oh, let's check Twitch to see if someone new is streaming it because they're all low level." And it's like, oh yeah, here we go. So we just had like this massive influx of Inkbound people being like, "Hey, new players to the game, we'll help you because it's confusing." It's like, oh, thanks guys.
That's
If-
so cute.
If it
Awesome.
if it caused you any problems, Zoe, we're sorry for taking Calf away for 4.5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Took
Yeah.
us that long to do our first run.
At the end of it, I'm like, guys, I have to go to bed now.
Oh.
And you guys started later than you normally do too, so I was
Yeah, we
like,
had to.
you guys still on? Wow.
It was a lot of fun.
It was
just
great.
I didn't realize it would take so long.
I think as we learn,
Yes.
it will get better. Uh,
We live-
yeah. And then this week we took the week off because I just did not want to stream anything, so I ended up playing by myself some Lobotomy Corporation, and finally
Oh.
finished that off.
Wow.
So that was fun. I got the true ending in Lobotomy Corporation this weekend,
Nice.
which is difficult, and now the next one is the library. and I'm doing that in conjunction with continuing to play Limbus Corp company. So if y'all like
Nice.
Project Moon stuff, I'm getting really into their lore now, so this has been fun. But Sunday should be Cozy Co-op in some way, shape, or form. Something will happen. I don't know what it is yet. We'll find out. But then Mondays we have the Strength of Thousands AP, the show you're watching right now. Why are you watching the show? Well, personally, I think it's because we have one of the best AP GMs on the internet running it for us. We got Matt, also known as Urbanov, also
It's me.
known as
Oh.
one of the few people I did not get to Sephiroth on the weekend.
Ooh.
No, but I did get to Odin 2 people.
You did.
Or actually, one person twice, which seemed really unlikely.
I made one guy very upset because he had gotten Sephiroth the night before and had tried to transform him in every single game and was never able to do it. And I managed to transform Sephiroth every single game that I played him.
As Will, sometimes you've said to me, sounds like a skill issue.
It was.
Oof.
Yeah, Emily got second or third place in the Lorcana release tournament.
Nice.
Which actually worked out really well because then by the time we left, the rain actually wasn't as bad. So, it's good timing there in a way.
Yeah, we drove Matt home. It was a great time.
Yes, driving me is so much fun.
It is. Everyone loves driving a Matt. Get in the mech, Shinji.
Mm. God, now I'm picturing the Shinji from Fate getting into mech.
Well, I
It'd
guess
be
it's now
pathetic.
more like it's just more Matt like a la Osmosis Jones. Remember Osmosis Jones?
I don't think I actually ever saw Osmosis Jones. I've just absorbed parts of it through the internet, like so many properties.
Like Osmos.
Fascinating.
I've never
Like
watched
Osmosis.
an
You
episode of
absorbed it?
SpongeBob.
You know what, Matt?
What-
You're
what a
better off
world
for
we
it.
live in.
You absorbed it like a sponge.
Evil. The dark energy that just entered this conversation.
Mhm.
Reminds me of some point last week where, kind of sideways, Will called me a filthy casual at one point. I don't even remember the full context now, but it was shocking. I'm like, oh, well, got some
Not
teeth.
call you a filthy casual.
I said
Yeah,
sideways.
he'd
You
never be
implied.
casual about his filth.
Yeah. Matt is very clean, especially when you tell him that you're coming to his apartment in 10 minutes.
Aw.
Anywho, enough about the fictional state of my apartment. I look over. That's a lot of miniatures and cards on a table. Yes, I am here to run these wonderful people through the unofficial golden ending of the Strength of Thousands adventure path. But before I continue, Will, you're often saying that you think I'm a pretty good DM, but I must say,
Until other people get into it, until other people finish it, Matt, we're the official ending. I don't know what to tell you.
There's no way it's taken us a shorter amount of time than literally everyone else. On the
Most
internet.
people died.
And they didn't just make new characters or have an
Nope.
underworld arc.
Nope.
They just died and
They
gave
just
up.
died and they ended
That's
their
it?
streams.
one day I would like to do like an interesting underworld arc. But I'm going to say, well, and I probably should have said this many years ago now, probably. I think I owe you quite a bit in terms of my DMing.
No.
I only ever really got to see spotty other people DMing and my own entirely homebrew, entirely self-taught stuff.
Which was
So-
really good.
Eh,
Like, objectively
still-
speaking, Matt, it was cool shit.
I appreciate that. But I'm not going to let you warm away from the compliment that I think I owe a lot
What you're
to
talking
you.
about.
So, any amount of enjoyment that we are receiving here, a certain slice of that pie is due to our dear channel host, Tabletop Rolls.
Now I want pie.
Yes, we always all want pie.
Rude.
After that delicious thing that you baked this morning, I'm so jealous. I'm so
Oh my
okay with making
God.
you crave pie.
See, I wanted to put a little rhubarb in it. But-
No, why would
yeah,
you
I know
ruin
you wouldn't
it?
need it then.
Why would you ruin it, Matthew?
Oh no.
Actually, out of curiosity, do you not like tart things?
No, I like tart. I just don't
Okay.
like rhubarb.
That's fair. That's fair.
Matt? Do you want a bunch of rhubarb? Our thing is growing like a mad lad.
Mad Lad Rhubarb.
I wouldn't actually say no to rhubarb. Also, fun fact: there's a technique to growing rhubarb so fast it actually cracks and snaps in darkness as it grows. They do this in
Mhm.
England. It's kind of horrifying to listen to.
What?
It's pretty amazing. But
It's
anyway,
actually really good ASMR.
What?
I should have used that for the snapping
You
sounds
should
for the
have.
intro. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Looking this up.
The sound of cracking darkness rhubarb.
I'm
It's
so confused.
Dan, I am hungry. All I had was I didn't have a very big dinner. But for those enough about me. There's a group of wonderful people here who I'm hoping has had a wonderfully sized dinner tonight. Starting with McKenna, who is actually eating possibly just out of a cantaloupe, which is very grim. You're using the thing to eat out of it. It's
Well,
like
I have a spoon.
it's like eating someone's brains out of their own skull.
Well, technically, I scooped out. I guess that would technically be the gonads. So yeah.
Not the first
Well,
time.
because you got the seeds in the middle. You don't eat the seeds in the middle unless you're a weirdo.
You don't?
They're slimy. Slimy and crunchy at the same time.
McKenna, please introduce yourself, your character, and if you could turn a video game into a animated series, what would it be? Thinking about the discussion we had about Castlevania.
Oh, okay. Well, hello everyone. My name is McKenna Reed Heinen. Tonight is Monday, which means that I'm playing Avi Avi, not either of my other characters. My schedule was a little thrown off for a second. And if I were to be able to make any video game into an animated series, I mean, I feel like Legend of Zelda is the obvious answer. But I think I might actually go with Ghost Trick.
Oh.
I feel like if someone could make like a super stylized Ghost Trick anime, like you'd want maybe Trigger to handle it or something. Something with really loud, like dynamic animation and like fun, funky music.
McKenna, did you ever see the opening for Spy X Family first season?
I did not. I have not
think-
watched Spy X Family. Everyone's telling me I should.
It's
But I
catchy.
know there's a weird incest arc, so I've sort of not been doing it.
What?
What?
No. I mean, no.
No?
Yes. So what she's referring to is Yuri's love for his
Oh.
sister,
Oh,
No.
yeah.
which
Fair enough.
His love for sister
It's-
is not romantic in any way.
it's not romantic in any way. It is overly protective because their parents died and she's the only one who took care of him. So
She's
it really is the nobody is good enough for my sister. It's not really nobody is good for my sister except for me. It's more like nobody is good for my sister because my sister is the queen, despite the fact that she has numerous very, very bad problems.
I don't know. I hate that trope. Even when it's not
He's
like
not in the show very
overtly
much.
gross. And
He's
I've
not.
heard that as well.
Mhm.
But
It's
Also,
better.
just-
it was enough that when I heard about it, I was like,
It's better than No
I'm getting
Game,
too
No
old
Life.
for this. Well,
Oh,
that's a
that-
low fucking bar. Heighten your standards.
I will say, McKenna, I do really like it because I think the story is adorably cute, not just with Anya, but like the action is really amazing and
Well,
the family
you
dynamic
know-
is really cute.
What doesn't have the sibling relationships that make you go, but also has very, very, very cute, lovable characters?
Ghost,
Ghost Trick.
Yeah, okay.
And they should make an anime about it. And Trigger should animate it.
But
And
moving
that's
on.
what I want.
moving on to people who I apparently share a lot of anime opinions with, we have Sarah. Please introduce yourself, your character, and what video game you would turn into an anime.
Hi, everybody. I am Sarah, also known as Cosmic Deity 746 on Twitch, and I am playing Charlotte, the Inati Toxicologist. And most of the ones that I can think of were already turned into technically animes, so I have to like really think about it. Because I would say like, oh, that response that McKenna said is Legend of Zelda, obviously, would be one. I would do it where it was correct more than anything else. But and then I was like, oh well, Persona, but Persona already does have an anime series equivalency where
Persona.
it's just so I don't really know. In terms of animated, I don't know. It would probably have to fall under Legend of Zelda in terms of the game series. However, there is one that I would love to do as a live action, and that's Red Dead Redemption.
Mm.
That would actually not be difficult. It's not particularly. They've made a million cowboy shows, so yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
2 more.
I think if they do an animated series for Legend of Zelda, they should still cast Hunter Schafer,
They should.
even if she's just doing the voiceover.
I saw
That's what
her
I want.
and I was like, oh, well, damn. There goes my
Yeah.
hopes and dreams.
Oh, I feel you,
I was
but
like,
also,
they found the perfect one. Damn it all. Oh well, I'll just have to be Link then.
Mhm.
Give us a good yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like yeah. You got the kind of extended.
I heard the
Very
pots
good.
breaking in the distance.
Correct.
And moving on to someone who I think could smash some pots very efficiently, Zoe. Please introduce yourself, your character, and what thing you. Now I should specify it doesn't have to be an anime. It could be like just an animated series.
Gotcha. Pots everywhere are shaking in their boots at this stream right now, by the way. They really are. We're coming for you. But hi, I'm Zoe and I go by Zosie Pose, and I'm playing Ophelia, our bard, who is little now.
Aw.
No.
My precious singing voice.
I know, it's terrible. And I have two ideas came to mind immediately. I know Animal Crossing already has an anime, but think of a horror anime.
Conceptualize a horror anime, if you will.
Or Gears of War as a magical girl anime.
Mhm.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but we're starting to stray a tiny bit into fan fiction
Thank you.
territory.
That's my
I
Yeah,
just
I
watched
mean,
my
Gears
dad
of-
play Gears
my
of War
submission.
4.
I mean, technically
And I was like,
speaking,
yeah.
Gears of War does hit magical girl notes because they have like the transformation.
It do.
They
Yeah,
have a companion robot, I think, at one
I
point.
do. Like it actually.
They do. They also have the really like unexpected sad backstory for that one character with character death involved, you know?
I mean, realistically, everything is.
You
some
mean
form
all of them?
magical.
Correct.
I remember trying to get Gears of War to work on my school laptop
Aw.
in college. I played a surprising amount of Call of Duty between classes,
Hmm.
just because it was an easy thing to play amongst class. And last but certainly not least, the treasurer of the Naruto Run Club, we have Will. Please introduce yourself, your character. I guess it is kind of chilly today.
I'm also like I would wear this in LA's heat right now, so you're fine.
Oh,
Like
it's
you
not
know that
perfect.
huge thick ass
Well-
hoodie that I had? I wore
Yes.
that in LA on a regular basis.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
But who are you and what do you?
Well, I'm Will, also known as Tabletop Roles on the internet. Tonight I'm playing Igor Agama and Choco, Biblically Accurate Frog. And I have like this is something that I've been thinking about for like a hot
I
little while,
know.
Matt. So like, I'm just going to give you my top ones. Number one, the Project Moon series. The have basically season 1 and 2 be Lobotomy Corporation and have season 3 be Library of Runa. And that one have it be an animated series. That one would be really dark. Look up trigger warnings before you look up the story of those series. Just hands down, do not read any story summaries or look up story summaries without looking up trigger warnings for those story summaries. They get dark. But for like and then not just for like my non-current obsession, there's a game called Signs of the Soldier, which was an indie game that was released a few years ago, where you basically played in like a post-apocalyptic world where you were a basically part of a traveling caravan of merchants, and you would be going and trying to sell your wares, and you'd be interacting with all these communities, and over the years you would see these communities changing and growing, and if based on what if you were able to get them the supplies they needed, they would either grow or they'd have hard years, people would die, people would live, da 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 da. So that would be a very interesting show to see as like a just like animated thought piece. And then the other one that came to mind for me would be a live action series for not for broadcast.
Oh, I remember watching you play that. It's a very interesting
Another very
game.
dark game. Look up trigger warnings before watching or playing it, especially right now because the holy shit, actually thinking about it, the themes in that game are really
The parallels.
they've become surprisingly relevant. But yeah,
Um, and for myself, I might have talked about this idea very briefly before, but and I'll try to be quick. But and I know they are doing a lot, like I think a live action Mass Effect series. They're dragging their feet. They've just got a showrunner, I think. But I still think if they did any sort of series doing the actual plot line of the Mass Effect games, they should throw a fast or a curveball at us and have two Shepards, a brother and sister, so you can explore both Renegade and Paragon options in the same show, and two different romance options. One of them can be gay.
sibling.
So
Or the
so essentially take the somewhat underlying storyline of Andromeda where there is an actual opposite gender
Yes.
shepherd in the like writer in the world. It's the brother versus the sister, but make it shepherd.
yeah. I just think it would
No
be
one
very
said Fire
interesting.
Emblem.
Well, Fire Emblem in and of itself is kind of already anime.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, no, I agree. I would like to see a full-on Three Houses anime,
Mm-hmm.
which I think would be really cool.
Enough about our fictional potential stories taken to animation heights. Why don't we go ahead and roll that first commercial break and the intro, and then we can get started.
Buttons.
As a
And we're
reminder,
back.
everyone, the sun is not our friend.
Yeah.
Sun is a deadly
The
laser.
laser. Yeah, I don't care
Yeah,
what
if you see me
Superman
itching
says.
my nose, that's why.
The sun?
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell that I'm a little red. It's not crazy. I did my best with my
It's not me.
sunscreen and
Yeah,
my
crazies
well,
and-
no, it's nothing compared to what you just showed
Well,
us.
yeah, McKenna,
But if I look a
crazies
little
in
red,
chat.
a little shiny, and if I'm doing this a lot, it's because my skin is like screaming for moisture.
I don't have any sort of segue from that, so
Well,
welcome back, everyone. So,
We're animals.
some crazy things have happened in the adventure. After finally overcoming their long sort of nemesis that they, I think, decided just ages ago that they didn't care for, especially Ophelia, the Apostle of the Deeps has been dealt with, and you guys entered into the inner heart of the ziggurat of the Order of the Enlightened tree. And there you found another tree seemingly growing out of the throne at the center of all things. And using the ancient stone knife that you guys have had carried for a long time, you
Mhm.
managed to cut your way into whatever sort of nexus of power and stories was at the heart of this tree. And you all got pulled into that and you tumbled through, and now you found yourself in this strange kind of almost misty kind of forest where the corners of your eyes are always a little bit indistinct and sketch-like. And Igra is now a proper frog. Ribbit, Garrow, Garrow. Avi Avi is a much more normal-looking bat. Sorry, the little stars in your wings are gone. Also, you're naked.
But I am naked.
Charlotte is just a spider, but it's sort of a kind of a cutesy, kind of storybook looking spider. Not like, just lots of big black glossy eyes and like salivating pincers. I don't have nightmares about that. And Ophelia, who is now just a simple little pixie. Think like Fern Gully, probably. Ever remember Fern Gully?
Yep.
Yes.
I
The
remember.
villain actually, I think, kind of scared me in that when I was.
Oh, for sure. No, Fern Gully is why I'm like violently environmentalist. And as a matter of fact, maybe
We
this is
can't-
TMI. At Pride this weekend, there was a board where people could take a sticky note, and the board was like, "What movie was your gay awakening?" And I wrote Fern Gully.
Chris,
That little dress she wears, that little haircut, her big. What
Her
the
big-
eyes? The eyes.
Mm,
I was
Eyes.
gesturing. Zoe knew what I meant because she's a girl's girl like that, and you took it to a different place.
McKenna's a big fan of eyes.
Well, yes.
I've been waiting for a long time to wear this.
No.
You know what? I like the
Matt, you've been dethroned.
what was my throne before?
Even the jackass who revs his car outside my apartment ran away.
I admire the dedication. Will you get an extra hero point?
He sensed the dark energy that entered the chat and went, "Oh fuck no,
Now,
something's
now.
amiss."
It's more of a weird energy, but I'm okay with it.
I don't know. There's something about that is not right.
What?
Really?
It's giving me the heebie jeebies.
It was $7.
Given the hibbity-dibbity-bus.
Oh, that's a good.
The hibbity-dibbis.
I mean, I like a good deal.
Yeah.
That's less expensive than the crazy bone masks I have hanging in my hallway. I don't know what it is about Shoppers Drug Mart. Every year at Halloween, they always have at least like one cool mask.
Yeah,
It's
well-
never the same mask. I don't know why. But
Oh,
don't forget,
good.
well, you
Thanks,
get a hero. You get a hero point. So, and as you guys were sort of like acclimatizing yourself to this new space you find yourself in, and your new forms, and the fact that Endures Darkness is now seemingly in a mobile mushroom, and Gamma is a big, vaguely frog-shaped rock. a voice kind of spoke out from the bushes, and a kind of golden, like a blonde golden fox, kind of poked their head out and said, like, told you guys to like hide or anything because they are still around. And as they said that, a large shape sort of loomed above the trees, and we pick up from there as the little fox looks up fearfully and darts back through into the bushes it came from, and you hear like a as they run off.
Oh, I dive after them.
All right. Are you attempting to be stealthy in any way, or are you just
Sure. Yeah, they said to hide and be stealth, so I will do my darndest.
okay?
A 35, not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, you flitter with all the stealth of a forest creature hiding from something.
Forest creature.
Yes.
Just a
Does
little
anyone wish to
pressure.
does anyone wish to follow Avi Avi?
I think hiding is probably the best. For the best?
Are you just gonna stay in place and hide?
So you said you're diving and hiding? Diving after the thing?
Well,
and foxing?
Yeah, I'm moving and I'm following her.
oh, bold of you to assume it's a her.
Ooh.
Fair enough. During Pride Month. Shame on me.
Uh,
It goes both ways.
we're up to 7, which is surprisingly low.
It is. I need to do better.
Be
It's
better.
Pride Month after all.
All right, that one is kind of cheating, but I'll allow it.
Wait.
Sorry, Will, you were saying something. Yes.
Nice.
Uh,
Real
Will,
frog.
well, you see actually nearby, there's a small little pond with a very inviting lily pad and some buzzing mosquitoes.
Sploop. Hi.
I'm gonna say, if you want, you can catch one of these mosquitoes easy if you want.
Don't. Igora, don't lose yourself. Then you'll be trapped here forever.
Rip it.
Don't.
Get lost in the role.
He gets lost in the
Only in
frog
the official
sauce.
translation.
Lost in the frog sauce, no.
Oh, I don't like that phrase.
Frog sauce.
No.
Not defeat the purpose of their sticky little toes. They wore socks.
I was thinking,
Yeah, I was thinking a sauce made of a frog.
yeah, French cuisine. Like,
I was thinking Louisiana cooking
You
down
know,
at the
oh,
bayou.
I
which
was
tends
hearing
to have a lot of
socks.
sauce.
There are no frog socks here.
yeah, what's bad
No
about frog
froggy
socks?
socks
It's so
here.
cute.
Well, I just think it defeats their evolutionary
All right.
purpose to stick to stuff.
Igora has blended in perfectly with this forest setting. In fact, there's another frog sidles up to you and just it kind of nods at you like, yes, I understand.
What the hell? Okay.
Ophelia. So you've got frog in one direction, Ophelia or Avi Avi chasing after a fox.
We'll go after the fox.
All right. Do you want to? You find actually you can fly in this form. Do you wish to fly stealthily or just beeline?
I will beeline. Well, I think flying's probably faster for me. My tiny little legs. Very quietly, and I will fly.
All right. You, in fact, you realize you can do a thing where you build up speed really quick and then just sort of glide, which is much more stealth-like. Fun fact, owls are the stealthiest of birds, but they're also some of the slowest. We move on to, last but not least, our 8-legged companion.
I'm not unused to being
No.
in this form. I'm just probably smaller than I'm used to. But I will find a tree and
Are you wanting to get up closer to the tree line to perhaps see what's above? What is...
yes, more going up above to both survey below and then also just be at a good height to like
Okay.
maybe see beyond.
Are you concentrating on scouting or stealthing?
More scouting, because I still
All right.
generally do just look like a speeder.
Give me a perception check.
Certainly better than a nature check. 48.
Perception. All right. You crawl up one of these trees. You get a fair distance high. You're like, oh yeah, this is easy. Um, the trees looked taller than they are, and you get up to a branch, and you do see something. There is like just like a upper. There's like a shadow above clouds or something that almost looks vaguely like the upper torso of a humanoid figure. But then something else happens that is very interesting, especially to you, Charlotte. Something drips from the sky and splashes onto the branch right in front of you. And for a second, you're like, wait, is this the same stuff that I've been? And you're like, wait, no. It's similar but different. This stuff is, your ink looked kind of like ink. It was a little shiny, a little reflective. This is like matte black. But it's still ink-like. I'm going to return to Avi Avi. Avi Avi, you flitter around. Give me a quick perception check just to make sure you can keep pace with the fox. 46, yeah. This fox is much lower level than what you guys were, and you still retain your stats. You see a sort of like little hollow at the base of a tree, and a flash of kind of golden fur, and you kind of land in there, and the fox is all curled up, like, yeah, I gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet. This is my hiding spot.
I try to use message.
You reach for the magic, and you feel there is power there, but you can't cast specific spells. I'm going to say this, and this is going to be intentionally kind of vague. You guys have not access to your spells, but you have access to your spell slots.
You did mention that last time. You also mentioned that agate is missing.
Yes, agate is missing.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure I remembered that correctly and it wasn't a nightmare.
Agate turned into a fox.
Then Avi will say in her teeniest, tiniest little bat whisper, "It's okay. I'm very good at being quiet. I'm like the quietest. But I want to be. And I'm very small. I don't take up much room."
Make a diplomacy check to convince them of your stealthiness.
35. That's
They-
respectable for
Yeah,
an intelligence caster.
Their hackles kind of go down a little bit, and they do they almost kind of try and make a little room for you. They kind of wiggle and squeeze back into this little hall, and they just kind of seem to be sort of trying to almost peer outside, still kind of fretfully and fearfully. You do notice that they do have some lovely green eyes.
What are you hiding from exactly? I just got here.
There's some sort of black drippy shape. It pokes its head down through the clouds sometimes. I think it's looking for me.
Oh. What is your name?
I don't have a name. I'm just a fox.
Well, I don't have a name. I'm just a fox. It's nice to meet you. My name is Avi Avi.
I don't get it.
Well, you know what a name is because you know you don't have one.
Well, I know there's a frog that's named it's a frog, so that's its name, I guess.
Hmm.
Or it might be Ribbit. I don't know. It keeps saying that.
Sometimes in society, which I suppose you are not a part of maybe yet, maybe ever, who knows.
Oh, I do know one name. I was told once by an old, I think it was a raccoon or something it passed through. Apparently, the land we are in is called Tien.
Tian, yes. I am from the Milwaukee Expanse. So now you know two names of two different places and my name, which is Avi Avi.
Is that another forest?
No, that's me.
No, the Milwaukee Expanse, is that another forest?
Sort of. There are forests, but there are also deserts and wetlands and jungles and coastlines and a city of gold. It's a large place, just like Tian is a large place, much larger than just this forest.
I don't know anything about that. I'm just a fox, and there's like sort of a almost like a distant kind of thunder, and kind of hunches up, and you all see a hand the size of a tree reach down through the clouds, like clouds kind of trail between its fingers as it reaches down kind of slowly, and you see it looks sort of like a person's hand, but the fingers are stained with ink. And it reaches the ground, and it seems to be starts to feel around in the bushes.
Gross.
Yes.
Gross.
I don't know. What do you got in mind? You don't have a piano. I mean, if you'd like to perhaps use a spell slot to try and okay. 6th level spell slot, yeah. Um, are you just trying to like summon it open and waiting in one of these bushes? I do have to ask, Will, as you manifest this energy and expend one of your spell slots in this limited form without having to do like proper semantic like casting or anything, because you're not casting a spell, so to speak, what form does your frog take, or what does your frog do to cast a spell? Um, you ribbit particularly strong and like tenor voice ribbit, and some multicolored sparkles come out for a second, and then the hand moves into a bush, and then there's this rusty metallic snapping sound. Like the hand whips back suddenly, and you see on one of the fingers there's this big bear trap, and it just like shakes, shakes. It's like, you know, if you ever see someone accidentally stuck their hand into a mouse trap. Ah.
That's asking a lot from a tiny frog.
Well, you rolled successfully enough for the one normal bear trap.
I will say it really seems unhappy with this bear trap, and it shakes and shakes and shakes, and it's not coming off. A second hand has to come down from the sky just to deal with it. But you all do notice something, that it touches the bear trap, twists, and the bear trap suddenly becomes a scroll. Like it's a small scroll, but then it kind of picks it up, kind of turns it over in its hands. You can't see like the face of this thing, but it seems to be like examining it, and reaches back up to the cloud with the one hand with the scroll in it, and comes back, and the scroll is now gone. And it kind of like seems to rub its finger like ow, 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 ow. You know that thing you do where you rub something that got hit to try and alleviate the feeling? Um, Ophelia and Charlotte, as you guys have seen all this happen, you see magical frog magic just manifests out of nowhere. What are you guys doing?
Mm,
I think if Igora put down a bear trap, she turned it into. I don't know. So we just see the fox and
Well,
Avi.
the fox and Avi are now out of sight. They're hiding in like the
They're-
hollow of a tree.
They were hiding, and then just this big creature. Okay.
If you want, You could also just give me I'm going to say just a straight intelligence check to rack your mind if anything about this you recognize, or actually give me a society check if you want.
I mean, it's we were told this story before. I think I
Oh,
just don't remember it.
well, if you want to make a roll, I can refresh your memory.
Society.
42. And in a moment, as you're like racking your little pixie brain, as you have, because you flew after Avi Avi and the fox, are you? I'd say you're outside the hollow in some bushes. A little lump of ice sort of settles into your chest because you do remember this story. This was a story of how the ink-stained god, who was sort of this subordinate god to Grandmother Spider, um, essentially wanted to have their own subordinate and plucked a innocent little fox out of a forest somewhere and remade them in not a particularly pleasant process into kind of a subordinate. And looking around, you're like, you may have come in right in the middle of that story. If that's, you guys have sort of figured out you're like dealing with stories and narratives and stuff right now.
I do remember that. Then after Sarah, there's something I want to try manifesting, I guess.
Well, please let me know what you're
Oh, should I
thinking.
just okay? I was gonna say like I can wait. Can I manifest like I don't know like a why can't I think of the word
Describe it.
basically like a fox toy
A plushie?
that has why can't I think of any words right now? You know, you wind
Kind of
up
like
a wind up
Oh,
fox.
wind up,
a
wind up
wind up tall.
with a
Essentially.
little key and everything.
A wind up fox.
Yeah.
Now, that's a little bit of a complex mechanism, so it might be a little harder, but if you want to perhaps spend a high level spell slot, it might make it easier, or a lower one with a roll.
I was thinking this would be something that we work on together because there's a better crafter than I.
I think, well, you'd have to leave your hiding spot then to find your crafting friend.
Okay. I will sneakily make my way back over to Charlotte.
All right. Make a stealth check to escape your hiding spot. 37. It's still pretty good, but you do see the hand sort of like turns in your direction. It doesn't immediately try and snap you out of the air between two fingers, but it's aware of something over there. Charlotte,
No.
you see a flittering, sparkly something fly at you from some bushes. Oh,
Oh,
it's a feeling.
hello.
It's just me.
What? What?
Story. This was a story about that thing taking the fox. We need a decoy.
Big fox.
A good decoy. We need a fox decoy.
Okay.
If I use
I can make this work.
if I make something using a spell, can you make it better?
Well, I
Or-
can
If you make it and I spell it,
make it. Maybe. Possibly.
Sure.
I use an 8th level spell.
Oh, wow. Okay. I would say you, with an 8 level spell, I'm going to say you create the framework and the fur and the like the skin of a very realistic and not like creepy taxidermy realistic, but very kind of lifelike looking fox. But you do realize that it sort of still needs the inner workings to make it, animate. But that might be where Charlotte comes in. Charlotte, if you want, you can make me a crafting check.
What? That's poor.
You want to use a hero
Should I-
point?
Well, should I roll that again? Would that do it? Yeah.
You rolled a 4.
mean, the 39 is still pretty good.
Up to you. I'm not gonna say one way or another.
We poo-pooed my 37.
Nope, that's better.
All right, so
At least I hear a point. Why
And-
not?
and it is important because as you go, like you know, holding on to the tree branch still, you bring up 6 of your other arms and you start spinning threads and stuff, but you are also realizing that along your threads there is like a few droplets of ink coming out, and the ink flows and forms into little spokes and gears and pulleys and stuff. The materials that you wouldn't normally have in this situation, regardless of how much thread you have on you, take shape and kind of work their way through the innards of this lifelike looking fox plushie. And after a moment, you have a fox with hidden in some ruffles of fur on its kind of back near its where its kind of shoulders would be a small little silver key.
Okay, point it in that direction.
So we're gonna. That was a lot of your both your turns. We're gonna go back to Igara on your lily pad. You saw your bear trap seemed to distract both hands actually for a little while. You saw a shimmering little meteor head up from the bushes to where Charlotte climbed up a tree. You don't have eyes on Avi Avi right now, but a fair amount happening in this forest right now. What would you like to do? You could also just sort of take a knowledge check if you want to try and figure out, because you're in a story, you don't necessarily know what the rules of that mean. Fat folk. Oh, okay.
Back around and find out. Too many
I'm-
frogs.
Too many. No. Gonna lick the hand? Do I like a reverse frog thing? Okay, 5th.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. All right. I'm gonna say with a 5th level spell slot, you do manage to like not fully shapeshift, but you have a convincing kind of like almost aura illusion on you. If anything touches you, it'd be obvious to them that you're not the fox, but you look like it. I mean, they would certainly maybe grab you, potentially. All right, do you want to add any sort of mustard on this? Like do a little fox-like performance of some kind, or I understood that. 45, that's
Probably because I didn't know what you're talking about.
Like by 11 years.
what does the
Weird.
frog what does the frog
What does
say?
the fox say?
I think I was always a little bit more tuned into the like hachi hachi hachiko part of the song. There's so many different verses and it's such diversity.
I'm gonna say that's a pretty convincing with a 45 performance on top of an illusion. The hand behaving weirdly like something that like has eyes but doesn't, sort of turns to you and starts to like touch around the ground towards you. All right. Um, Avi Avi, you are in the hollow with the fox, who I must say looks very scared. They are subtly trembling.
Sorry, this is very scary. Do you know know anything about that thing besides that it's dark and it's looking for you?
No, it's been trying to catch me for like 2 sunrises, and I am already very tired.
Oh.
I haven't been able to sleep.
You take
Oh.
a sleep. Why don't you take a nap? And I will keep watch. I'm very good at staying up all night. I'm a bat. That's what we do. And then my friends.
And I sort of point outside to the shenanigans that are happening outside.
And something, the sounds of like clink, 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 clink. So, magic, magic, magic.
You see the shenanigans that are happening right
The
out
sound of a
there.
dentist's drill for some reason.
Those are my friends.
Okay, now spit.
And
I brought that on myself. Now I'm thinking of the Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
Now spit.
Oh no, Zoe.
I would say there's a combination of factors here, McKenna. You could try to make a diplomacy check, but they are also tired, so they might be kind of suggestible. So,
Yeah.
That's fair.
give me a diplomacy check to try and convince them that while this thing is hunting for them, they should try and catch 40 winks.
Okay, 33.
They look a little unsure.
I'm sorry. I know you just met me, and you don't have a lot
This
of
is
reason to
crazy.
trust me.
Sarah,
Foul, foul.
but
Guess
trust
I'll
me,
just
maybe.
put on my best poker face and pretend like I don't know.
I know you don't know me. Sort of. This is going to sound very strange, but I think I know your story.
The fox looks at you like, sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Ooh.
I think I know your story.
What?
Is my mouth just moving and you're not hearing the
It's kind of
sounds?
a buzzing or garbledness.
Uh-oh.
Give me an Arcana check quickly, Avi.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
Oh, okay. This is both good and possibly not good. Because one, you immediately get the sense that, oh, yes, we're in a story. And because we're not the author or anything, there are certain lines we can't cross in here. We can't, like, reveal it to be a story or anything or close to that. But you also realize that it's very possible that you cannot change the ending.
Oh no.
Strictly speaking.
Strictly speaking.
What if we did?
Here's the thing. You may not, just because you got a nat 20, I gotta respect the nat 20, you think that it's possible that while you cannot change the facts of the end of the story, you might be able to change, like, maybe the context or the feel or the tone, perhaps.
I think Avi thinks really long and hard about this because, I mean, the whole point she was here was to get her friend back. But now there's sort of this horrible decision to be made where, like, affecting this in some way or other may have worse impact potentially, but also doing nothing leaves her to a fate that I know to be
I'm going to say,
kind of horrific.
because you got the net 20, there's a possibility that you can figure this out a little bit more, but that would be another check. So we're going to have to maybe move on from you to other people, because you are, like, very literally perhaps pulling on the plot thread here. Like, I'm
Yeah,
figuring,
let me unravel this
I'm making the
plot sweater.
connections.
Yes.
But in the interim, we've got two possible decoy things happening right
Yes.
now. We've got the hand inching towards the, oh no, I just fell on the ground and I'm a fox. What am I gonna do? And possibly Robo Fox being constructed in a tree. And we're gonna go to.
Hell yeah. With huge bazonka zonks.
Big Naturals. Gandalf with the Big Naturals.
No, 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 we don't. We don't want to go there. Don't go there. The internet already has. We don't want to go there.
Yeah, we don't need to.
We don't
Yeah.
need to.
We look that up and see, burn my eyes out.
I feel like we're being a bit judgmental, but we're gonna move on from that.
I wasn't gonna bring Star Fox Adventures into this, but
Yeah.
We,
anywho,
we move up to Fox Factory in the tree. It looks like your robotic decoy is ready to go.
All right.
which direction did Avi Avi go with the fox?
Well, do we want to put it in the actual direction of the fox? Shouldn't
No,
we?
I want to know which direction they went so we can send it in the opposite.
Gotcha. Okay. They went over that way, so.
Okay, you want.
You guys from your vantage point also see another fox that's sort of like hanging out on the ground.
But it's slightly
big lashes
green.
with big Farrah Fawcett
Sorry.
lashes.
Correction, it's slightly blue.
Ah, that's just got.
You know, if I could take back the extra hero point, I would, but I can't, so I won't.
It's so good though.
If it makes you happy, all power to you. You're the master of your fox destiny. But yeah, you guys are ready to deploy the fox. You see there's a fox right now. You're like, we can overwhelm them with foxes, perhaps.
I mean, we could
Slippy?
do that. That wouldn't be. I mean, that's actually apropos. When you really think about it.
Would we know that that other fox is Igora?
If you want to make some sort of check, like a perception or arcana check,
I do because
it's behaving very differently from the other fox. It's like, oh, my back's itchy. I gotta rub on the ground.
what would you like me to roll?
Perception or arcana, whichever you'd prefer.
I'll do
What?
perception.
You realize this fox came from the direction of the pond, and there's something about the mannerisms. You're like, I feel like one of my friends is perhaps doing something sneaky.
The fox kind of hops like this.
It's hopping. The fox is hopping, which is a little odd.
Its legs
do
bend
hop.
the wrong way in places.
Charlotte, I don't know if we should let that fox be grabbed. I'm Igora.
Yeah. Well, let's do multi-tack
Great.
and confuse the thing by sending it in a direction that isn't to the actual or the
Okay.
Igor variation.
Like a third direction.
You know, there's 4 of them plus the subdirections, so like there's options.
Right.
What a
yeah.
swishy tail. Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Now you're not the frog. All right, so you guys want to sort of like begin Operation Confuse the Hands with too many options. By
Yeah.
deploying
Correct.
Yes, okay. I'm also going to say, you guys, if you want, you can airlift your fox down, or you can quickly try and construct like a little parachute made of leaves to get it down to the ground.
Well, I can do that for if Ophelia wants to be the one to wind it up, I can knock it over with a parachute to get it going.
All right. Ophelia, as you go to wind it up, you do feel there's an opportunity here if you want to even add to its animatedness. You could infuse some magic into it.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that.
So you feel like it probably wouldn't need a big spell slot, but
But what about a 7th level spell slot?
I mean, you could if you wanted.
Sure, why
That's
not?
a big one. Do we want to maybe save those?
Got a lot of
I will say
Okay.
this. I will say this. This isn't. There's possibly another map hiding under this map.
Mapception? Matception. It's Matception.
Is this
7 is
possibly the second to last map of the campaign?
I mean,
yet?
what do they say about a good play? How many acts are there?
Oh. 2. Sometimes 3.
I always thought it was 3 personally. Beginning,
Maybe I
middle,
will add a
and
4th
end.
act. Maybe I'll add a 4th act then.
Sometimes they could have 7 acts.
A girthy play, a nice full-bodied play.
Nice. I'm sensing apricots from this play.
Oh, I would kill for some apricots dipped in chocolate.
Which?
What are you talking about?
Oh, some dumb bitch. Sundown Beach.
Sundown Beach.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. I was like,
That's
We
so
started with the in joke and then we peeled that away.
fun.
Everyone I knew called it some dumb bitch.
Mhm.
Nobody liked that fucking play. It was, I think, 1 act.
All right. For the record, Ophelia, which level of spell slot are you infusing as you turn the key?
7 is lucky.
she said what she said.
Not for me, but yeah, that might work out for you guys. I don't like the number 7 actually, but it's fine.
I like 17.
Technically, the level
Yeah.
Favorite number.
3 is my favorite numbers.
I just had so much trouble with the 7 multiplication table when I was younger.
Aw.
That sounds like a skill issue.
It was.
I would know.
Get good.
But you turn this key, and there's like your magic in this way sort of manifests. You flap your little pixie wings, and there's almost like little sparkly dust comes from your wings and floats onto the fox,
Yes, we.
and it kind of starts to like move and shift and wiggle a little bit, which is not. You were expecting to have more kind of like mechanical commotions, but this appears a bit more fluid, a bit more live almost. But it is still up in the tree, so Charlotte, you want to
I
just
will-
like portage it down the tree, or do you want to like try and make a parachute for it?
I will parachute it.
All right, give me
Using
a
web
crafting
string
check.
and leaves.
Quick crafting check.
51.
Nice. This is
You
nice.
not only do you make
It's SWAT F like
SEAL Team 7,
SEAL Team 7 quality parachute is what
You-
it is.
you not only make the parachute, but you design it in such a way as soon as the shock of the thing actually touching down to the ground, the parachute disintegrates into a way that the remains of it don't even look like there was a parachute there. This was a stealth op par excellence.
Perfect. Perfect.
And as it touches down to the ground, the fox sort of like, it doesn't make any sounds or anything, but it kind of like tap 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 on the floor, taps its little feet on the forest floor to make a little noise, and starts moving away from Igra. The hand that's coming towards Igra kind of twitches a little bit, starts to go back towards Igra, but then the other hand sort of like comes down, tries reaching for the other fox. Igra, you've got one hand coming towards you. Do you want to like?
Oh no.
All right. You just like, all right. A couple fingers kind of close in around you, and it starts to lift you off the ground a little bit.
Is it self-sacrificing?
Would it be eager if it weren't?
Okay.
All right. It's your kind of turn there, Igra. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say it pulls you up through the cloud bit, and you are sort of just faced with. It's kind of odd because it is this sort of looming black humanoid silhouette, but it's very basic. It's almost like a sort of like thick stick figure almost, and you kind of realize the face of this thing was never really in the original story, so it's not like properly rendered. But You can
Oh.
see it, and you can see up like where its head should be or anything. And the hand twitches slightly.
Mm. Mm.
At that, ooh. At that mention of Grandmother Spider's name, you feel another sort of like twitch go through the hand, and the shape almost seems to like look over its shoulder a little bit. Um, we are on a dangerous ground here, perhaps, but you have zeroed in on a nerve, so to speak. Um, cut to the quick, if you will. Um, give me a diplomacy check.
Ooh.
51.
Mhm.
You have you have essentially stunned the giant for a round at least. um,
Got them
so
contemplating things.
you guys see down below the clouds the hand which was starting to go after the fox lure freezes. Something has stopped the giant in its tracks. um, we are gonna go to person who has now been bought some more time thanks to a excellent diplomacy roll from a frog face to face with at least a lesser god. Um,
I mean, we kind of already did.
um, Avi. So you are pulling at the thread of this sort of story structure in this den with this poor, scared fox. Um, do you want to try and sort of like reaching out with your brain, your big old brain or your magical senses to try and figure out what the solution to this, or do you want to take some more kind of physical action? What do you want to do?
I would like to reach out with my big old brain and see if I can
All right.
figure out
I'm going to
what.
say this is going to be either a kind of society to try and maybe get some sort of context for what you could do in this situation. Maybe you've heard something, or it could be an arcana check where you try and just cut to it like, I just want to look at the source code sort of thing.
Let me get a look at that source code.
Society.
A 43.
43, ooh. Uh,
44s and 39s have been close to success in the past, so I don't know if I want to risk getting a worse failure than that.
So evidently your brain, technically speaking, is this
yeah.
your brain actually is the size of a lima beam.
Probably smaller, if we're being honest.
But-
Yeah, but now you've said that and put it out into the universe, so
Oh,
it's almost
no.
guaranteed. But we're
It's
gonna-
up to you, McKenna. Do
no.
you want to keep the 43?
I'm gonna hero point it, and if I roll worse, I'm blaming Will.
You didn't roll worse. You
rolled
didn't
the
roll worse.
Same.
I'm gonna say
That's just what the story wanted.
That's what the story wanted.
you feel like it's probably a good thing you were bought one more round of contemplating this. You're like, I've almost got this figured out. I just need like a little bit more time. The fox isn't going anywhere. It's kind of it's safe in here, hidden, and there's apparently some distractions going on out there. So you have maybe another turn to figure this out. You're getting closer. I will make the subsequent roll a little easier.
You're a generous god.
Well, you didn't like critically fail or anything.
No,
so
I feel like a 43 for most checks would be fine, but
yes, we are
not
near
when
the
you
end
have
of the campaign.
yeah.
And you are trying to like, I need to look at the source code of this reality, please.
Yeah, exactly.
We are
I'm
gonna move
Matrix. I'm reading the Matrix now.
blonde, brunette, redhead, Keanu Reeves. Weird question.
Keanu
Blonde,
Reeves.
brunette, redhead. What do you call someone with black hair in that sort of vein? Raven-haired? People
So
always
we
say
don't-
that. It
so
does
we
not
don't-
sound
so
right.
we don't.
I can say it. Also,
Look, as the only person on this stream with that color hair, she gets to tell the answer.
I just,
yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
my hair color that we're
Yeah.
talking.
Obviously, I don't know what else you're talking about, Zoe.
It's not. It's just it's a weird language thing I've
Not a
always wondered
pimple,
about.
not a pimple. No, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just dark hair. It's just dark. It's a general
I
overturn.
guess.
Anyway.
Okay.
I mean, if someone had like really dark midnight blue hair, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be rad.
Oh,
Mm,
I've read
pretty
enough
awesome.
fan fiction to know that that's Blue Net.
Blue net?
Blue net.
Oh. God damn it.
Like Aquanet? Blue net?
No, I just
Like brunette, but
read
blue.
any. Unfortunately, they popped up on my Tumblr feed enough that I read them and I was like, "What the fuck is going on in here on this day?" Read almost any miraculous ladybug fan fiction.
Oh.
Well, you'd
They
be
all
surprised.
refer to Marinette as a blue net.
Oh.
Oh,
In that horrible way that fan fiction kind of uses, like the green-eyed girl. The what is it? An epithet. The blonde said da 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 da.
Excuse?
Moving on. So, you guys, the collaborative team up in the tree have released their creation into the world, which is doing a fun little like fox dance around like
We
"Woohoo,
do a little.
serpentine.
We do a little high five.
It is essentially at this point actually because the hand stopped because Igra kind of froze the giant in its tracks. It's like now trying to like taunt the hand to like start chasing it again, like it's like shaking
It's running
doing
around
it-
in little circles.
shaking its tail at it.
So cute.
Wow. We really just breathed life into a thing.
It's a good thing
Anyway.
this one can't talk.
Hmm.
Remember the sponge fish.
Oh
Because-
no.
It's not dead as long as you guys remember it.
I don't
Oh,
want to
God.
remember it anymore.
What was
I
its
want it
name?
to die.
What was its name?
I want it to die.
Spongy.
That was not its name.
Spongy. Its name was Spongy.
Oh no! Don't bring him into this.
You've already done it, you guys. You've changed the story in a way that doesn't actually change the proper details. You've changed its name, but it still existed as a sponge fish. Collaborative team in the tree. What do you guys want to do now?
Die.
Your creation has gone off to college. You have so much free time now.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Empty nesters up here.
You are in a tree.
Literally. Literally. I think we should maybe find at least where Avi is. Maybe?
Oh, wait.
Adalia.
And Adalia scared the crap out of you.
Cap just like busting into
No, I
the
didn't.
room like this.
Dude.
It went so slowly, but it like echoed.
Or that
With
one
a cat
gif
in hand.
that one gif of a big bird busting through a door.
Okay. Well, I do know where Avi went,
I'm going
so
to bed.
we can go.
All right, you guys want to make your way down the tree stealthily or just beeline it?
Stealthily. Oh.
Stealthy.
All right, both give me stealth checks.
Go get him. Go get him.
It's like, where did Dad go?
oh,
Why
she's
did he leave?
girl.
46.
You know what? Considering the hands are distracted, I'm gonna say that's a success. You both managed to find your way to the outside of the hollow in the tree. Anything, probably nothing that involves a check, but is there something else you wanted to do before your turn ends?
Well,
I don't know if you saw, but Igor got grabbed on purpose.
I saw. Why did he do that?
I don't. He's trying to reason with it.
Well, I'm grateful at least that he has bought us some time. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah. What do we do?
I don't know.
we are
We'll get
going.
to that on my turn.
We move up into the clouds. Igra, you are face to face with the ink-stained god. Look, or listen, feel. No. Igra's like leans back in the hands, like, so let me.
you're on top of the fist, just sitting right there, like
It's
on
like-
the knuckles. Okay. Why do I feel like we're in Doctor Strange right now?
Ink-stained god, I've come to bargain.
Boom, dead. God, Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Are you attempting to make another diplomacy check, or is this a different tactic? I'm gonna say that you rolled high enough that it isn't immediately going to fling you into the horizon, but it kind of makes another glance around, and you get the impression that it's possibly trying to do all of this while not being noticed. But it is going to let you down back into the pond, and you have bought another turn. It's like I can't listen to this frog anymore, but I don't want to like it actually tried to talk to me, so I'm not going to just throw it away. So I'm going to put the frog down and go back to what I was doing. All right. As you guys see the hand bringing this tiny frog compared to the hand back down to the ground, Avi Avi, we return to you in the cave. Oh no, the crop dusters are back.
That was a different loud motorized vehicle. I think this is probably for the best. This is why that story failed that role, is because Avi Avi is going to be able to think better when her friends are around her. Unfortunately, sans Igora, but
Well, he's on the ground now, so everyone's sort of
that's true.
back in proximity, sort of.
Avi Avi says out loud, and she just is kind of thinking out loud, I don't know if we're going to be able to change what happens here, but I think we might be able to recontextualize it in a way that is less harmful, maybe, but I don't know what steps to take to make things better.
The next check you make to try and figure this out, Avi Avi, will be with advantage.
Yippee! Okay, I'm gonna roll once, and I'm gonna roll twice.
51. you realize, looking around at your friends and realizing, oh, this is potentially what's different. In the story, when the fox was taken, he was all alone and scared. You have the potential here to make this experience less worse for the fox if you can convince her that perhaps things will be okay and that doesn't maybe have to be as afraid as she is. You can't change the end of the story, but you can change the context. But that will maybe require the skills of someone else who's maybe good at diplomacy or something, whose turn is coming up
What are
next.
you trying to say, Matthew? Are you trying to say that I'm not good at diplomacy?
No, I'm saying you've
What do
already
you
rolled this
mean
turn.
by that? Well, yes.
You've been our base character this whole time.
But I'm just, it is serendipitous that the persuasive character in the Igra's pretty persuasive, but the person whose character arc or character type is built around being persuasive and inspiring just happened to come back down to ground near the fox. So we're gonna move on to the Sarah and Ophelia Power Hour.
I'm so excited to roll this intimidation roll.
Touche.
Just kidding.
I think Avi Avi shares what she has sort of figured out.
I was about to be like, do you tell us that we could like?
Yes.
Avi Avi suddenly develops telepathy.
Maybe upon making that realization, she is saying, like, I don't know how to make it better, but maybe we can make it less scary? Maybe we can let her know that there's something better on the other side of all of this.
Right. It seems like you could use a friend, and it seems like they could use a friend too. And maybe you could help each other out.
Make me a diplomacy check, and I'm going to say because you are surrounded by your friends, and you with friends, that it makes the argument a little, more convincing. I'm going to say with advantage.
My friends are my power. Do I get to use my feat that lets me use performance for diplomacy?
I would say so. In fact, it would be very appropriate within this almost like children's story if you sung it like a nursery rhyme.
Oh. You Are My Sunshine comes to mind.
Oh no.
I love that song so much. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
59.
So great.
That was my parents' go-to lullaby when I was a wee lass.
And I'm going to say that it almost seems like the scene kind of shifts into what is almost sort of like a cutscene or sort of thing, but the little fox stops trembling. And they get to their little feet, they take a breath, and they walk out, and they nudge the mechanical fox to the side, who was doing a very good job of being a distraction at this point.
I could use that. Give it back.
And they kind of just walk out into a clear section of the forest and sit down, and the hand kind of moves over from where Igra is, without even really need to search at this point, and by the little scruff of the neck, picks the fox up. And
Gently.
the scene kind of goes monochromatic, and then kind of sketchy, and then fades to white, and then we are going to move. Well, first, actually, you guys feel something about all of you sort of shift and change, and for a moment, none of you can see. And then one by one, you feel a gentle sort of pressure. And then one eye seems to open on, I'm going to say, Ophelia. Oh yes. A short break.
What?
So, Ophelia, one of your eyes seems to open, and you see like a hand very close to your face, which seems to be sewing. And then your other eye suddenly sees, and you realize you are being held in the hands of someone. It appears to be a young woman who's got sort of long, very straight white hair. She's got interesting eyes. They're mostly golden, but there's little flecks of green in them, sort of like on the bottom, like almost like little dots of emerald were caught in mid, like falling through her eyes. And she's dressed in simple kind of like light blue robes. And she give me a perception check as you stare up at this person who seems to have just sewn your eyes in. 42. She looks a little haggard. She's got some bags under her eyes. There's sort of like not a sadness or anything, but just sort of like a weight to her expression. But she is looking at you with a sort of like a little bit of hope and a wry smile at the corner of her mouth. And she kind of holds you up, smiles, looks at you, and then puts you down on the ground. And you see off to the side, there are a number of small, like little handmade stuffed animals. One in the shape of a frog, one is a little pixie, and one's a little spider with little, dangly legs. None of them have eyes at the moment though, but then you also see a little pile of buttons next to them all. And she picks up the little bat and she starts sewing the eye in. And you look around and you are in, I'm going to just quickly switch the map here. You are in what appears to be a library.
Pretty.
There are so many books, all sorts of different colored spines and sizes on these shelves, and the wood is a lovely dark kind of color. But up above, there is no ceiling, and it's just like a starry night sky. And at the far end of a hallway, there's a big oaken door leading somewhere. But this young woman is just sort of like perched on the ground next to one of these bookshelves with some like arts and crafts supplies around her, and she seems to be sewing the eyes as the final touch onto this group of stuffed animals. And as you watch, she finishes putting the eyes on all of them, and all of you awaken now, sort of being able to see around you. You are essentially puppet versions of the creatures you were in the last chapter.
Cute.
And she kind of puts the I'm gonna say you put Igra down last. Igra now has eyes and everything, and she just kind of leans back up against the bookshelf, looking kind of satisfied with herself, but also just kind of tired. Just takes a deep breath. She then looks down at all of you. Can all of you hear me?
Yep.
Oh,
Are you all right?
I'm so happy. I was able to make this enchantment work.
Aw.
It took me so long to learn this magic out of like I'm supposed to be doing my work, but they don't pay attention to if I have one more book open to the side and I can sort of read things out of the corner of my eye. But it's so nice to have someone to talk to now.
Oh,
Aw.
This is
I'm
good
grateful you-
material.
Yeah, and think about how many buttons you needed for Charlotte. That's a lot of buttons.
Only 4.
I was
Not
lucky.
yet.
I didn't think I would
That's
be able to
arms.
give you eyes, but it turns out one of these books has a whole like back part that's like an envelope with like craft supplies in it. It's like a to-do guide for like sewing things. So it's taken me a few years to learn how to sew and how to learn how to put enchantments into it. But I
You
just
did a
It's
fabulous
hard.
job. This backstitch is very well done, or so I'm told by Ophelia.
I'm hoping you're not being nice just because I've breathed life into you and made you.
Just very
Oh no,
happy
I
to
know
see you.
quality.
Do you have a name yet?
I'm I'm apparently it's more of a ceremonial title or something, but uh, Kiyomi.
Kiyomi.
Will.
I don't know if you're referencing some weeb shit. I don't know
No.
what it is. So
I didn't know that.
how could he possibly have known that?
I barely remember playing WoW at all these days. Well, wow, that's not true, but yeah, I am the scribe here in the library. It's my job to take what I've been given and re-record it day after day.
That is important, but also potentially mind-numbing work. I can help. We could. Well, it's called a stitch and bitch when you're sewing, but I don't know what you'd call it. Are we not allowed to swear here?
I'm not supposed to read those books.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can teach you other swears if you want.
Well, and you notice now they very specifically take a long look around this kind of long like library hallway. And anyone who wants can give me a perception check.
47.
I'm gonna say, Charlotte, you're not actually sure where this sort of like observation comes from, but you look at this, the way they're looking around, this is the look of someone who is thinking about something they want to do that they don't want to be observed when they're doing it. And the scribe kind of leans down and kind of like with her arms, because you all could fit in her arms, kind of brings you guys close and says, "It is nice to have someone to talk to, but it's not the only reason I've stitched you all together. I may need your help with something." And they take one more look around the room, and they reach over to a big book they have on the ground, and they open it up, and you see hidden in the book, sort of just pressed into the pages, is another book, a slimmer book. Charlotte, this book looks somewhat familiar.
Oh no.
And they pull this book out, and they kind of lean even closer into you guys, and they say, "I want your help, because I want my freedom, and the only way I'm going to be free is if we kill the ink-stained god." And that's where we're going to end this session tonight.
Oh no!
As the lonely child enlists the help of her stuffed animals to kill her captor.
Hey, that's so sad. I never hurt nobody.
Oh. Oh, okay. So it's. Well, no. You said the week of the 30th, so I'm like, is that from the 30th to the 4th, or. Okay. I mean, you're going to be hearing, snap, crackle, pops all night, but I don't think most people are going to want to be out and about in the streets on July 4th this year. Mm-hmm.
around icon
So-
time.
Is that the 11th of July? Oh, so the Friday after. Okay.
Yeah.
It's great because I'll be out of town at the same time you'll be out of town, so perfect.
Yes, the airwaves will be mine. Mwah. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.